Alrighty, ladies and gentlemen, welcome back to the RaidCall EMS Summer 1. This is, of course, the American group stage. We've got Kaipi versus Team Dignitas here on Neo Dota. I am Maut. With me is, of course, my companion, Beatus. How are you tonight, sir?
I'm doing better. That intro, that got me pumped for this game.
Okay, good. That was good,
It's
right?
so much better than last time.
Alright,
Yes.
good. Thank you.
You're improving, Maut. High five.
Alright, an internet high five, guys. We did it.
Yes.
We did it. Alright. We saw a very interesting game, too, coming out from the side of Kaipi as they took it. With a nice little split push strategy coming out from the side of Eternal Envy on, of course, that Phantom Lancer. Arteezy with some nice kills. Clairvoyance with an excellent game.
Arteezy not only with nice kills, he dominated sneaking mid. Like, sneaking got screwed, you know, was chicken with a bottle on and got killed. That sucks. That screws you in lane.
Yeah.
But Arteezy took advantage of that to the fullest extent, and he took a dump on sneaking's TA.
Yeah. Snaking doesn't like that. He doesn't like to be smelly. So we're going to jump into the next game. And with some bans already, we see, of course, the Lone Druid as well as the IO on Team Dignitas' ban. And, of course, the Clockwork ban coming out from Kaipi. We saw that in both games so far was on Team Dignitas' side. I think that's a smart ban. I think that hero can be really problematic. Very interested to see how they're going to pick up with these next two picks here. But I definitely like that. I mean, Snaking went absolutely ham in the first game on that Clockwork. And I'm not sure if you agree with me, but I think that's the smart ban coming out from KP's side.
It's not only... It's still a strong hero despite the nerf, where cogs don't knock back magic immune units anymore. But not only is it a strong hero, Team Dignitas has been favoring it so heavily as their main initiating hero in all of their lineups lately. Like, for the last, I want to say, about 2 weeks, they've been playing a whole crap ton of Clockwork, and no one seems to ban it out against them. So taking that out is not a bad decision at all from Eternal Envy.
Yeah, absolutely. So I definitely like that ban, and IO now for the side of Team Dignitas. They're going to use some reserve time here for their own ban coming out. Of course, they do have not first pick. It is on the side of the Dire that gets first pick. Of course, that was how the coin flip went. A little bit interesting, but they'll have a ban here. It's going to be, of course, the Nature's Prophet. Clairvoyance played that very effectively. They're going to pick up the Bat Rider again for KP, and I don't know if they put Clairvoyance on that Bat Rider again. It could be trouble. Maybe they'll change it around, and maybe they'll give it to another player. What do you think?
But maybe Clairvoyance got a huge confidence boost from the last game, and he's just looking to just flap on some kids this game.
Yeah. You say flap on some kids?
Yep. That Rider flaps, man. He's a flapper.
I didn't know that was the term.
Team Dignitas picking up a flapper of their own in Visage. Another guy with wings that just flaps around.
That's true.
Flapper heroes are the best heroes, by the way. Get
they
the
are.
Dragon Knight who flaps like half the time or something.
Jakiro,
you know, Bat Rider,
Jakiro's
Visage,
a flapper.
Jakiro,
Yeah.
Viper, all the flappers own. They're my favorites.
I'm going to agree with you there. It's interesting to see that Dignitas picked up Visage. They're like, come with me. You're not getting this.
Yeah.
You will never get this.
Visage is a really good hero, and that was shown in the G1 League with the Chinese in particular playing that a lot. I don't think Alliance really played Visage at all during the tournament, but they have been playing it since. That's something they took away from their experience playing against teams like LGDCN. And I'm trying to think who else ran a lot of Visage. But I know LGDCN is just ridiculous with Visage, so I'm just gonna say them and leave it at that.
Yeah, I mean, no one's gonna disagree with you there.
Kaipi going with the Bat Rider Bane combo, two heroes that can kill an AX pretty easily with their ultimates, even if he's raged. I fully expect Kaipi to ban out Shadow Demon again, because Shadow Demon is one of the best counters against both Bat Rider and Bane. Its absorption is an OP ability.
It so is.
5 seconds remaining.
Yep. Shadow Demon did get nerfed in the last patch. You no longer get persistent vision if you hit a hero with
Shadow Poison.
Poison? Yes. Yeah. That hurts him a lot, but the main reason he's picked is Disruption. And Purge is also really good going through Magic Immunity. But Disruption, super OP ability. Definitely think Kaipi's gonna ban it. Don't know what Envy's thinking about. Ban. Or maybe he's just thinking that Visage Shadow Demon is a terrible support duo. So maybe he won't ban it. Who knows?
But the Visage Nyx could potentially be very dangerous because that stun and the Grave Chill and the Soul Assumption damage. I mean, that's a lot of like burst damage. So I think
Nyx is another hero that's really good against Bat Rider.
Mm-hmm.
And it's another stun to interrupt Bane's channeled ulti as well.
Yeah.
And THD, one of Team Dignitas' favorites. Aside from the Clockwork, THD is a hero that they've been picking up so frequently.
It's like every game, I'd say. Almost every game that I watch them, it is ridiculous.
I'm a big fan of THD as a hero. He is so good in team fights. Aside from just Ice Path, all of his abilities really are just good. He sucks at early levels, but once he gets his levels, he's a powerhouse of a support hero that can be played at the 5 position. There's not many that are as strong in team fights as him.
Yeah. I mean, Macro Pyre, man.
10 seconds remaining.
I just love that hero.
5
TA
seconds
ban coming out from
remaining.
Dignitas.
Mm-hmm.
They don't have one of their, I don't know. They just banned out TA. Oh, Beastmaster!
Radiant
Wow.
team pick.
Sorry, I'm
Another
still
hero
thinking about THD right now. I apologize. I mean, I just love that hero. But yeah, the Beastmaster coming out, the Templar Assassin as well from Team Dignitas right now. Smart to ban that out. Make sure you don't give that up to RTZ. Beastmaster ban, yeah, I guess. I mean, I think that's a legitimate ban.
You know, I've seen Dignitas run that as well. Not as
10
often.
seconds
Usually,
remaining.
like I said, they favor Clockwork as their main initiator.
5
Beastmaster is another
seconds
hero that they've
remaining.
gone with a couple of times recently.
Mm-hmm.
Maybe he's just thinking, hey, I don't want them to have strong team fight.
Reserve
Let's
time.
get rid of that guy. Plus, Beastmaster Aura. Those Visage Birds are already machine guns that just takes it to the next level of machine gunning.
It was a machine gun, too. It was just like they were going to town on that tower, man. I was like, oh my god, look at that Visage. And the familiars are going crazy. But you know what is missing right now? The Darkseer hasn't been banned or picked up yet. But
Yeah,
they're going
that's
to go
a
ahead and pick
hero
up the Rubik.
That's a hero that's pretty strong when paired with Bat Rider.
Yeah, they could
Although,
definitely pick this up right now.
I doubt Kaipi's gonna pick it. Unless they run a jungle bat and Come With Me or Pylai Die plays a Bat Rider.
Do you really think that's not going to go mid here?
I don't think Arteezy's gonna play Bat.
Yeah, I
That
mean, I
that
agree
doesn't
with you.
feel like one of his heroes.
It's not. It's not one of his heroes. I've seen enough Artor play to know
10
that Bat
seconds,
Rider is not
10
one of his strong
seconds
suits. And
remaining.
Yeah, he's like a Puck Quap TA kind of guy.
5 seconds
that's like
remaining.
you literally just named the 3 heroes that he plays. That's it. I mean, nothing against Arteezy. He's a
He's
fantastic
out of
player,
time.
but he'll admit this himself. He's got a limited hero pool. So yeah, to be honest with you, I agree. I think the Bat Rider probably not going to go mid. He does play an okay Magnus, but I don't think we're going to ever see that again. I mean, not necessarily ever, but
Are you trying to say he's got a Korok level Magnus right now? Because Korok's played some stinky mags in the past.
no. I mean,
Oh, okay.
I was actually reflecting on the nerf that Magnus
Oh,
received.
well, that nerf doesn't really change the mag that much.
Really? You think
He's
so?
not getting picked up as much anymore, solely because teams are getting really good at staying spread out, not only at the beginning of team fights, but throughout team fights, so he doesn't get
10
that big RP
seconds
off.
remaining.
And
Well-
also, picking him against a Rubik,
5
that's asking
seconds
for trouble.
Oh yeah, you're right. I mean, well, I wasn't gonna say that they were gonna go pick it up, but like at the same time, like I was just kind of surprised. But you're absolutely right with the people. I mean, they're getting more and more used to playing that hero. But now I feel like an idiot just a little bit. But that's been happening a lot lately. So I mean, I'm not really concerned about it. But the Kunkka pickup from KP, we discussed this at great length last night about why he's such a good hero. Do you think that's what they're gonna send mid right now? That Kunkka pickup?
They could, but they might also have Eternal MP play it.
Right.
Cook is a flexible healer hero. I think he's best played as a mid, and because he really
10
relies on getting
seconds
levels up.
remaining.
You want to have 2 points in X. You want to have your ult up early because it's a 60-second cooldown. It's in every single engagement.
Dire
Mhm.
team
And you just want 2 points in X and torrent so you can gank with him
Right.
and force initiations. He's just super strong once he gets level 6 with 2 and X, or level 8 with 2 and X, whichever build he chooses to go.
And you know what? I just love seeing Kunkka, but you know what I love even more?
Storm.
Spirit. Yeah, that's right. Especially when I see somebody like Fog play the Storm Spirit. I don't think he's going to play it just because
No.
that's
10
not his role right
seconds
now.
remaining.
But I've seen Fog play some ridiculous Storm Spirit. All right, going way back.
5
I'm
seconds.
not going to say that Fog has played as Quark level Storm, but
Radiant
No.
team
No.
he really has. He's been close. I'll
Yes,
give him that.
close,
Fog's
yes.
good.
There's
But
not
no one's
many.
played at that Quark
There's
level.
very few that could play Korok level Storm, and Korok probably is the only one. But listen, way back in Killing Spree North America, I mean, Fog went to town. I don't remember who
10
they were playing. It might have been you
seconds
guys
remaining.
actually in Killing Spree North America that
yeah.
they were playing. But Storm,
5
no, it wasn't you
seconds
guys. I don't
remaining.
think actually, it might have been Team Liquid. But either way, God, who was it? No, it was Fnatic North
5
America.
seconds
That's who it
remaining.
was. It was Fnatic. But that being said, Anti-Mage
team
coming out
was?
from the side of team,
Dire
excuse me,
team ban.
KP. Shadow Demon ban, and KP's got a ban as well. So
Anti-Mage versus Storm matchup. This is a interesting matchup because if Storm starts to snowball, which he needs to do against an Anti-Mage, and he's
10
able to
seconds
initiate on him with a
remaining.
Hex every fight, Storm is great against an Anti-Mage.
5
But
seconds
if Storm goes in on
remaining.
someone that's not Anti-Mage, doesn't have a BKB, and he gets ulted by Anti-Mage, he is
Reserve
terrible
time.
against Anti-Mage.
yeah,
So it all depends on the start, really.
they got to pick and choose. They got to pick and choose their fights wisely, especially as well. And going back to this Rochester story, we went to that Rochester LAN. I was on the panel for the last game when PowerNet picked up that Anti-Mage, and EE just looks at me
10
and he's
seconds
just like,
remaining.
they won this game as soon as they picked that Anti-Mage. So EE's love for
5
Anti-Mage is
seconds
strong.
remaining.
And that's saying it lightly, I'd say. They've only got 1 second of reserve time, and they just don't ban out the last hero. Okay.
Radiant team ban.
All right.
Going with a little bit of an ice strategy there, just
Yeah.
not banning a hero.
Very strange. Very strange indeed, but that's fine.
That
Gives
could
them
be
more room.
intentional. They could have been talking about a couple of different heroes. Don't really know.
They could have just maybe not seen the timer, but I want to give them
Oh,
the benefit of the doubt.
that's not something that'll happen.
Yeah. All right.
It's more likely that the captain's just lagging or something and misses
10
it.
seconds
Right.
remaining.
But I'm actually gonna see chat, see if he was like, nope, nothing was said.
5 seconds
Yeah, I just
remaining.
checked it actually as well, but the only thing that happened was CV disconnected and reconnected. 2 seconds of reserve time. Team Dignitas, they pick up the Weaver. Weaver pickup for them. Snaking plays a mean Weaver. We saw that, I think, maybe a week ago in the third cup. They played an absolute. Maybe it was this
Sneaking's
cup.
not playing this Weaver. That is the Universe Weaver if I've ever seen one.
You think so?
Oh yeah. Dignitas is gonna aggro tri-lane with Lifestealer played by Owie. They're gonna have sneaking mid on Storm, and Universe is gonna play a safe lane Weaver against this Batrider.
Where
Weaver's
was this
hero that-
prediction? Where was this prediction the last game beat is?
Okay, well this one's really easy because Sneaking's Weaver, or not, wow, I'm sorry, not Sneaking, Universe's Weaver, that's one of the heroes he's known for. I mean, that's his champion.
All right, we're gonna
right
see.
there.
We're gonna see. And you're probably right, but
Also, Universe played Storm yesterday, and he was god-awful on Storm Sphere. That was miserable to watch.
all right, you're right. Okay.
There it is.
I'm right.
Unless they swap, they could swap and just,
no, they're not.
say, hey, screw you. Trying to predict us.
They're listening
Highlight
to the
die playing
cast.
Tree, though. Okay, with Kaipi's heroes, they have the most defensive tri lane I've ever seen. I want to see what Dignitas does to combat the Enfeeble, because their Lifestealer is going to have trouble farming against Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage is just, there's one disable that he has to worry about. He's going to be able to farm when he's pooled and has a poor mage shield, plus having tree armor.
10
Oh God,
seconds
tree
He's
remaining.
armor.
Okay, to talk about tree real quick. Anyone that
seconds
likes to pick
remaining.
tree and protector is a dick.
Yeah, you guys.
That hero is the most anti-fun hero in the game.
Mm-hmm.
I had to play against it earlier in the TPL Reaver Cup against Quantic,
Force,
formerly known as DD.
Right.
And God, it's just miserable. If you don't have a hero that takes off those charges out of his armor, he shuts down your ganks so hard. So hard. That's the beauty of having Tree as our last pick here. Leech Seed in lane, if he's able to cast it on someone, that's just, hey, you're healing us by being near us. Good work. Your damage is just nullified. I
Oh
mean,
my God.
Kaipi is just gonna laugh at this tri-lane of Dignitas. And meanwhile, Universe swapped with Owie and Universe is playing Neg. Screw you, Dignitas. Anyway, Owie, who's now gonna be playing Weaver, is gonna dump all over Clairvoyance's Batrider. That's my prediction there.
Okay.
And middle lane, Arteezy's Kunkka versus Snaking Storm. I think this is gonna be the most even matchup out of all of the lanes.
Yeah, I think it's really going to come down to individual play. Can they get the farm? Can they get some ganks early on? That's definitely going to be what we're looking for. But as the pause does wind down, we're going to jump into the game here. On the side of KP, we've got Clairvoyance up on that Batrider once more. We've got RTZ heading mid on the Kunkka, a hero that I've not seen him play. I'm excited to see it. Pilot Die will be up on that Tree and Protector. Come with me on the Bane. And, of course, finally, Eternal Envy to finish it off on the side of the Anti-Mage. Meanwhile, on Dignitas, AUI 2000 on that Weaver. Snaking's going to be up on the Storm Spirit. 4-man aggression coming out from them. Way Too Sexy is going to be, of course, on the Visage. And to finish it off is Fogged here on the side of the Rubik. But down in the bottom lane, don't forget about Universe on the Lifestealer. So,
Yep. They actually switched up their lanes too because of that tree pick. One thing I didn't go over is how hard Tree counters Lifestealer as a hero. Lifestealer can't do
30
anything to whoever
seconds
gets
to
living
battle.
armor,
Right.
and Roots go through Rage. So Nyx kind of gets screwed over by Tree really, really hard. They have 3 heroes that just kind of crush Nyx, but they're not going to be able to use all their ults on Nyx either.
Yeah.
Ali's still going to have trouble farming in this lane, but at least he has Shikuchi to help him out.
Yeah, I
when
think
he
the Shikuchi is going to be really, really useful here. I mean, because he can not only get farm with it, he could also harass and just do damage. But at the same time,
battle begins.
and we already talked about living armor, it's just going to be so difficult to deal. Meanwhile, already Enfeeble up onto AUI 2000, and they want to fight this. EE is chasing after them. Nope, they're going to back off. I wanted to see an engagement. I think you did too, but not going to happen.
I feel so
what
bad for
happened?
Envy right now. Okay. Anytime you're against an Anti-Mage trial and you want to secure the rune, because if Anti-Mage gets an illusion rune and skills mana break, your supports are screwed. The supports are coming into Envy, and he accidentally picked up the rune just before he skilled mana break, so his images aren't able to burn mana. And he's got a skill that he doesn't want at level 1.
Okay. See, this is something I would not have been able to catch without you. Thank you for this.
Man, I feel really bad for him. Because now at level 1 he has to be a little bit afraid of them initiating on him.
Right.
Whereas if he had mana break on his images, those supports are screwed. If he has blink, those supports can't do anything to him anyway. Because as predicted, he was pulled 2 regions and he has a poor man shield.
Meanwhile, Shikuchi coming out from AUI 2000. Of course, he does have that Enfeeble on him, so he's not going to be doing a whole lot of right-click damage too early on. The Living Armor already coming out on the side of Eternal Envy, backing off is way too sexy. And they want to be aggressive here, and you can see it. AUI 2000 taking more damage. He, of course, still has that Shikuchi up and available. Living Armor is going to go down, but that is such a short cooldown. 1 second, now it's up again. Telekinesis Living Armor again. He's going to avoid so much damage here. Way too sexy is not going to be as lucky. Come with me, going right on top of him. They're just exchanging right-click right now. They need to maybe think about going on... The problem is, he can just Living Armor whoever, and whoever they go on, he's just going to Living Armor, and it just does so much early on. And I don't know. This is going to be a very tough lane for the side of Dignitas. Meanwhile, in the mid lane, RTZ picking up 6 last hits, 8 for Universe down to the bottom lane against Clairvoyance, who's having not the best time, but at the same time, not the worst time. Eternal Envy, once again, with Living Armor on him. Way too sexy, roaming through with Fogged. This is going to be a tough lane, I think, for Dignitas. Especially with that Enfeeble with Come With Me. He's just spamming it.
Yeah, Dignitas can't get a kill on top, period. What they're doing with this tri-lane is, one, they're forcing Tree to armor his own lane, so their solos aren't getting... Dignitas' solos aren't getting screwed over by Living Armor being spammed on the solo. Especially Nyx, because that Living Armor would allow Bat to play so aggressively. Also, they're just lowering Anti-Mage's farm by putting some pressure on him. Right now, Nyx has 0 pressure on him applied by the Battle. He's got 12 CS. Meanwhile, Anti-Mage has 8. So Anti-Mage is going to have a slightly slower battle fury, but still, I have to give a big edge to Kaipi out of this landing phase.
Yeah, I agree with
and
you,
also
but...
do their overall lineup if Anti-Mage is able to get big.
Oh, RTZ getting got on right now. There's the overload right now. Fogged wants that telekinesis. There's the Torn. He's going to hit it up. Snake King barely missing it. RTZ might down to first blood. They didn't get the kill yet. One more right click, and there it goes. Fogged will pick up the first blood. And that was a huge game for them. Now that means that's going to give more room for Snake King to farm and potentially win the lane overall. Meanwhile, Universe going to go on CB right now. He's going to open wounds there. He needs more help. Here comes Way Too Sexy. Does he have Grave Shield? He absolutely does. The Living Armor is going to go, and the Firefly not able to get that kill. But if they can win 2 out of the 3 lanes here, I think Dignitas might be okay, especially with that kill that they just got on the side of RTZ.
Yeah, they knew that top lane, they're done in that lane. They're not able to get rid of the pull. They're just going to get out-leveled, and there's going to be kill opportunities for Kaipi, so they don't want to get further behind on their supports levels by staying up there, so they just rotated them out. Both their supports are extremely level dependent. In Rubik, who you really, really want to get level 6 on, especially when it's Fiend's Grip, a Torn, a Boat, Living Armor, another great spell to steal, as well as Overgrowth. There's so many blank from Anti-Mage, so many amazing spells for Rubik to steal this game. You need him level 6.
Yeah.
And Visage, obviously, that hero without his birds, not the best hero.
I mean, that's the good sign for Dignitas. You look at the levels right now. Only level 1 for the Treant, level 2 for the Bane, level 2 for the Visage, level 3 for the Rubik. So they are leading in terms of supports experience right now, and that's what they need. And like you said, the spells, they're there for the stealing, essentially, if Fog can get there. And Fog is really great on this Rubik as well. Living Armor going to go right on top of RTZ, just making sure that if they get initiated on there, he's okay. AUI 2000 playing very far up. Come with me, looking for an Enfeeble. He doesn't have anything else. He's actually level 3. He's now going to skill his other stuff. Right now, maybe looking for a brain set, maybe looking for a nightmare. Actually, they might have been able to kill him there if they nightmared. I'm not 100% sure, but DD rune for snaking now.
The Kaipi isn't going to be able to kill this Weaver off unless they have sentries, more sentries, because they use 2 to secure their pull, and they're able to sleep him while he's Shikuchi'd, and then follow it up with a Leech Seed. They're buying more sentries though, so that's not going to happen.
Right. That's a lot of money to invest in, anyways.
Yeah. So Aui's going to be able to get some farm top, not much. The way that this game is going to, or the one thing that worries me a lot about Kaipi's lineup is the early mid-game fights. They don't want the Storm to get out of control, but if you look at their damage, aside from Kunkka, they don't have much AoE damage. They're going to be relying on this Bat Rider a lot in these fights.
Right.
This Bat Rider is going to have a huge contribution if they want to be able to take these early mid-game fights against Dignitas' lineup. Clairvoyance, smart player, he got the hell out of bottom lane when he saw that there were 2 heroes there, and the chance for a third to come in from Rubik. If he would have stayed, he would have probably died at least once, despite having tree armor. Instead, he goes to the jungle where he can farm up.
Oh, RTZ's gonna get jumped on right now. There's double damage for snaking, but here comes Clairvoyance. RTZ still might go down. There's the telekinesis, isn't enough damage, but there's the lasso going from Clairvoyance. Snaking's out of mana right now. Fog might be able to help out. Telekinesis in 10 seconds. The damage coming out from the sticky napalm, not enough. Very good gank coming out from the side of snaking, and I apologize for cutting you off there.
The living armor that Pylai die cast, he cast it either via minimap or he clicked on the ground. If you click on either of those 2 things, it targets the nearest tower or hero. It's not just a hero.
Right.
So I'm going to go with he's a little bit inexperienced in playing tree, because if he gets living armor earlier up on Arteezy there, Arteezy might live. But instead it goes on the tower, Arteezy dies, another kill for Storm, since Clairvoyance, despite getting the lasso off, after that he was out of mana.
Yeah.
From having just killed the jungle.
Yeah, exactly. And, I mean, that's a frustrating misplay, I suppose, but at the same time, what he... you're right, they wouldn't have gotten that kill.
Sneaking was out of mana, man. At the end of the kill, Sneaking was completely owned.
That's true, he was. So, yeah, I mean, that living armor could have saved his life. Not going to happen, however, and of course, Arteezy does go down. Arteezy sitting on 576 gold, his bottle as well as his boots. Universe, Sahil O'Neal, 43 CS right now. He's going to start dunking on kids if he can get enough farm here. He's, of course, got that bracer. Going to go for Drum of Endurance next up in the top lane. AUI 2000. There's, of course, that ward that's about to run out for the Dire side. Come with me. He's taking some damage, but, of course, that living armor is going to prevent a lot of it. And up here in the top lane, 35 CS for Eternal Envy. Not quite the CS that Universe has right now, but if you can get a decently timed Battle Fury, he'll definitely be able to participate in some fights pretty early on. Looks like at this point, maybe 15 minutes is what I'm thinking here for that Battle Fury. I could be wrong.
It depends if he chooses to buy treads first.
That's a good point.
It's somewhere between 15 and 18 minutes though. Even if he gets treads, he'll have it at least by 18 minutes at the rate he's going. But Sneaking's supporting up to gank him with an Infest Snake.
Yep. There's going to be the next bomb coming right on top of him. The pull on come with me first. Meanwhile, EE is thinking about getting out, but he uses the Mana Void first. Now EE needs to blink away. Clairvoyance is here. He's got his lasso. It's going right on top of AUI 2000. He does not have time lapse. Shikuchi not going to happen. A 1-for-1 trade in the end. I'm very surprised they want to come with me and not on EE. That was very surprising to me. Snaking's still trying to get out, by the way. I mean, should they have gone on Eternal Envy there?
They couldn't go on Envy. If you look at Sneaking's build, he maxed out Overload first. He has 1 point in his pull.
Oh, 1 point in pull. Okay.
No chance.
Radiant's middle tower.
Arteezy went on mid, didn't have enough damage to kill, and both just got
going. There's that freaking living armor being so annoying. Doesn't matter. Arteezy's going to go down. 3-man gank in the mid lane. The ganks are going really well for Dignitas right now. Snaking has done a lot of work on this Storm Spirit, and they're going to try to go for this tier 1 tower mid right now, and I don't think they're going to... They might pop a fortification. Yep, there it goes. And they're going to just try to alleviate a lot of this damage. Pylai Die looks like he might roam down there. No TPs just yet. EE does have no TP either. He went for those treads like you were talking about. And down in the bottom lane, it looks like Bane does not have a TP either. So they're going to get a free tier 1 tower out of this.
This is the start that Dignitas needed to have a chance in this game. In my opinion, if they took the game slow, they were just going to get behind and Anti-Mage would have outfarmed them, gotten his items up, and crushed them. Instead, they're playing a really active game, and they're getting the kills that they need to get. So, they need to get Sneaky the ball hard.
Yeah. They need to
Radiant's
stop.
top
They
tower is
they can
under
either
attack.
stop anti-mage's farm by ganking him, or they can just start pushing town towers and just trying to get things going, essentially, which is what they're doing exactly right now. They didn't get that tier 1 tower mid, but it's not in deny range. They've gotten Infest up on the melee creep. I don't think that KP knows this. RTZ is going to throw out a torrent, going to miss on snaking there. And they're in for a big surprise here if he jumps out on that Infest. The Living Armor on the tower, as you can see. There's the Infest going out. Open wounds onto RTZ. Living Armor could come again. There's the Ghost Ship coming in. Going to miss onto everybody. Storm Spirit. Meanwhile, back into the middle, into the river right now. Universe and AUI 2000 and Way Too Sexy running away from this. So they were looking for that tier 1 tower. They were also looking for a kill. Not going to happen. The Living Armor on that tower as well. Very nice. It's going to regen slowly, but it is regenning, as you can see. And oh, God,
Yes,
it's
this is
actually
the
a lot of
annoyance of
regen.
playing against Tree.
That is a lot
If
of
you,
regen.
when you want to take a tower, you have to commit
Radiant's
everything to
middle
taking that
is under
tower,
attack.
and you don't leave until it's dead. Same thing with sieging a base. If you get the tree armor down, you have to commit. They can force you to back off when they use glyph, but after that you just have to commit and take that tower. You can't just, slowly chip away at it because tree will just laugh at you and heal it up to full.
Right. I mean, it's pretty much at half health right now. Kind of ridiculous.
Yep. One thing that I thought that we were gonna see Kaipi do to give Artesian edge in middle lane after the aggressive challenge from Dignitas dissolved was every creep wave at the side of the wave you're gonna have Tidebringer up for the most part. You can just living armor him and he can go in and deny every creep because that Tidebringer bonus damage doesn't get removed when you go for denies. That's something that definitely did not happen this game as Artesians get 6 denies. They could have done that cool little trick to screw sneaking over mid.
Also, Familiar fell down mid on the side of Way Too Sexy. He can recreate it in about 56 seconds, but that's
Dire's
one less
middle
ability
tower is
that
under
needs to be
attack.
used to, of course, push this tower down. They will get it regardless, as there's no fortification. If Flame Break's going to fly in, that's not going to do a whole lot.
Dire's middle
And they'll back
tower
off, it
has
looks
fallen.
like.
Radiant's top tower is under attack.
Come with me now, heading out of there. Level 6 in the bottom lane. He's got Fiend's Grip, by the way. So at this point, we've got an even experience lead, and even in gold lead, wow. Even with the 4 kills that Dignitas has, it's even. It's straight up even. And I think a lot of that has to do with Eternal Envy farming up in this top lane with 73
Not just
CS.
that, Bat Rider in the jungle. He's got a
yes,
11 and a half and a blank. That's
Yep.
the biggest thing. There's no hero on Dignitas that can really do that well in the jungle. Plus sneaking, he's been really active across the map. But he has 37 creep kills this whole minute. He has not been getting the last hit on the creep.
Right, and even Arteezy, who's been going down in the mid lane, he's got more. He's sitting at 47 right now. And of course, the 68, like you talked about, in the jungle for that Bat Rider. So yeah, they've got that going for them. If they can take this tower, but meanwhile, they're going to get a lasso up onto AUI 2000. He does have his time lapse. Not a whole lot of damage he's taking right now. X marks onto Fog. He's in some trouble. There's going to be a soul substitute. Nice blink coming out from Fog as he steals Blink, but there's of course going to be the ultimate onto Snake. He's taking a lot of damage. The Torn coming out as well as the Mana Void, but now it's stolen back. It looks like, and he takes the kill this time. They're going to get the kill on EE. Double kill for RTZ. In the meantime, Infest coming up onto the side of the Life Stealer. 2-for-1 trade so far. Nice usage from Fog there with that Fiend's Grip, but RTZ, X marks, Infest now coming out from University. Wants to turn this around, it looks like, but not going to happen. So a good fight for KP, only losing the Anti-Mage, whereas they lost 2 on the side of Dignitas.
You don't want to be losing an anti-mage before it's
Radiant's
battle period though.
middle
That
tower
just
is
sets him
under
back
attack.
so much. Pilot Die wasn't in that fight. He's still casting tree armor, so he's pretty much in that fight, despite not being there. He's sitting up top to get his level 6. He must have... he's getting ganked. He's dead. Yeah, tree armor's great, but if you're disabled by a storm that just leaps on you, you can't really cast it. He must have given all the experience to come with me from their pulls to get come with me at level 6 ASAP, because he's level 5 at 13 minutes. Is something you rarely see unless you fully sacrifice yourself as a support.
Oh, RTZ's getting telekinesis, and the Torrent stolen. RTZ in some trouble with the living armor. Doesn't matter. Soul Assumption's enough damage there. RTZ's gonna fall down. RTZ, what is the stat line for him? He's died 4 times. He has 2
Dire's bottom tower
not
is
necessarily
under
fast. There
attack.
is going to be a tier 1 tower going down. AUI 2000's gotta pick it
Dire's
up. Use his
bottom
time lapse as
tower
well.
has fallen.
Head back there. Meanwhile, the mid lane, Snake can continue to farm. Up top, continuing to farm. Anti-Mage sitting on that Claymore, as you can see. It's a good time to check the graphs, including the item chart. 500 experience right now. Nope, actually even experience.
Radiant's
So it
top
keeps
tower
jumping back
is
and
under
forth.
attack.
1,000 gold for, of course, the side of Dignitas. The items, it looks like it's going to be a mech for, or no, a medallion probably for Way Too Sexy. Looks like it's going to be Snaking, grabbing up the Oblivion into that Orchid Malevolence. Universe trying to go for that armlet next as well. Treads are down on a couple heroes. We talked about the Claymore already for Eternal Envy. Arteezy doesn't have a whole lot. He's got a Bracer. Could go Drum. No one has it yet on the side of KP. Blink Dagger for Clairvoyance. We saw that at 11:30. And the Urn right now. Arteezy going to pick up that Drum. Do you think he's going to go for the Shadow Blade after that?
He might feel like he's forced into going BKB due to the fact that there's a storm, but he's not going to be like a huge priority target in team fights to get initiated on, unless he hasn't cast Boat yet. He might. It's like a 50-50 toss-up between BKB and Shadow Blade.
Let's see what he wants to go for. He's got some time to think about it.
I definitely like the Drum pickup though.
Yeah.
Kaka has slight mana problems early, especially if you go Lothars. So getting an extra status from Drums always helpful.
Meanwhile, this tier 1 taking some damage. There is a fortification, a TP coming in from Snaking with, of course, the Infest inside of him. Universe ready to go as well, but nobody else is here. He's going to static Remnant, Ball Lightning away, realizing he might be in a bad place.
Yep,
They can
he
fortify this.
He saw the Firefly from Clairvoyance.
Clairvoyance.
Sneaking.
Universe going to jump out right now. There's the last one to Universe. Snaking pops his DD. The Ghost Ship's going to come in. Universe is going to take it. No, it's going to miss. Clairvoyance is in trouble. There's the Overgrowth. AUI 2000 getting focused. He has time lapse available. He's going to use it. Come with me. He's going to fall 2 down on the side of KP. Bane will fly back into the game. Now EE trying to get away right now. He's going to head up to the Roche Pit and maybe blink out or purchase something, including his Perseverance. He will do so. He'll blink out. So a nice fight for Dignitas, turning that around. And some nice rotations coming through as well.
Envy looked at the fight, he was like, okay, we've got Boat buff on. We missed all of our spells, we don't have enough damage to kill anyone. We already used Lasso. I'm going to take the tower. He just right-clicked the tower, the CG got the last hit, which sucks for him, but hey, the tower's dead. That's a little bit of map control for them. That's important for them to get these towers.
Yeah, absolutely.
Especially because if you look at Dignitas, this entire early game, they just put a 5-man ball running around, taking buildings and fights.
Yep.
And they're not going to stop anytime soon.
Speaking of towers,
Dire's
down to the
top
bottom
tower
and more
is under
armor
attack.
going on him, and he'll back off. But Dignitas is just playing so well. You mentioned that Wrecking Ball, and they're just going to take another tower right now. They've been going through, they've been winning fights. And this is kind of textbook what you need to do against these types of heroes, especially against Eternal Envy's Anti-Mage. You cannot let him get that farm. And it is going to be a late Battle Fury because, of course, he did go for Treads. That's not the biggest deal. He's going to get his Claymore, or his Broadsword, excuse me, soon. Roughly in a minute, I'd say, probably thereabouts, maybe a little bit less. So it'll be about 17-18 minute Battle Fury there, and that's nothing to shake your head at.
And it wasn't just the Treads, it was that death that he had on bottom lane.
Yeah.
And the fact that he's been in 3 kills, but he hasn't been fortunate enough to get the last hit on any of them. The important thing, though, is now he's got his rank 2 ult. The rank 1 ult it doesn't seem to do any damage to Storm. Or not enough to kill him at least, it just kind of dinks him a little bit for about 300 when Storm's got no mana.
Right.
But now that Storm's starting to get some int items up, and he's got rank 2 ult, if Storm's out of mana, he's kind of screwed, and he's pretty much dead.
So Eternal Envy, he's starting to get to a point where he can fight. Do you think he'll pick up a Yasha maybe before he starts fighting with his team, or do you think he's going to go
I
ahead
think he's gonna want to get the Manta, because he knows that Storm's going for an Orchid. He's seen the Oblivion Staff. This isn't his first game of Dota. He knows that it's an Orchid.
Yeah.
He knows he needs to get a Manta up ASAP, and he's anti-mage. He's got a 17.5 minute Battle Fury. He's gonna farm like a monster right now, and just start getting that out in progression. Tell his team, hey, good luck. I'll join you if you fight defensively at a tower, but I really need to get my farm on right now.
And that's exactly what he's doing. He's down here in the bottom jungle. He's going to utilize the opposing team's jungle. He's got a nice little ward here to help him out as well. Of course, there's a ward on the river, but that's it. Nothing else to scout him out down here in the jungle. Aui's in the lane farming right now. He's sitting at approximately 55 CS. Net worth chart, look real quick. Anti-Mage is now leading the way with 7,000 after he does pick up that Battle Fury. Now it looks like they want to go for a gank here on AUI 2000, but this is going to be tough. They need to hit that Fiend's Grip. There it goes. The time-lapse going first, but it doesn't matter. AUI 2000 is going to go down. There's the Mana Void for the kill. Very nice job.
The Mana Void might look like a little bit of a waste, but for one, he doesn't know if there's any TPs coming in. They don't have night vision on Anti-Mage, so you don't really see that area. And two, he wants to make sure he gets that money. He needs it as Anti-Mage. And it's a short cooldown, so he really cares. TP coming in from Negs because he's Negs. They don't have Fiend Trip.
With me now in some trouble right now. Open wounds onto him. Come with me. Oh, the Infest skill coming out from Universe, and he'll take that kill right to the bank. And meanwhile,
Anti-Mage TP's top.
Yeah, he's just gonna keep farming.
Go where the enemies aren't. Standard hard carry play.
Yeah, he's just gonna keep farming until he's blue in the face and he gets that, you know, that Manta style, maybe even more at this point.
At least
but
Manta, yeah.
Yeah.
At the bare minimum to fight, he knows that Dignitas, that Orchid's coming soon. He doesn't know how soon, but he knows it's gonna be within the next 5 minutes. He needs to have a Manta, and he will. With the rate that Envy's farming.
And Snaky's doing pretty well for himself as well. And this is a very quick roast, and I like this idea coming out from Dignitas. Despite being, 2 tier 2 towers available, it doesn't look like KP have any idea this is happening. There's no real wards up on the map. You're gonna see it. Oh boy, what a time to pause, huh? That's an interesting pause.
So now that's not a tactical pause by any means.
No.
But with that pause timing, Kaipi's saying to themselves, okay, they just took Roshan, Envy might want to look out for Nate's Storm Bomb on top lane, because that'll kill you if it happens. So no, Envy's probably going to back away from this tower. Right now, he's just going to blink as they unpause. As far as Dignitas goes, they're like plotting, okay, do we go after Anti-Mage or do we go after bottom tower?
I was thinking bottom tower, honestly.
And Fog TP's up to defend it with the threat of a Storm Nax coming in. And that's enough to force him out. Plus, they might be able to get bottom tower now, or they might just farm.
You're getting inside the player's minds right now, man. You knew he was going to blink out of there.
Oh, he had to.
Yeah, I know. But,
if he dies now, before Manta, and that gets delayed, they are screwed.
Tower is under attack.
This timing for Envy to just not die and get his Manta is so crucial.
I mean, once he can get that Manta, they could probably start fighting. But I think do they want to delay even further if they can after he gets that Manta? Just let him farm even more?
I mean, obviously when you have Anti-Mage, you're not forced to fight when he has a Manta.
Right.
They're just gonna look at it like, okay, if we can get a good trade, we don't have to fight. If we can't get a trade and we think that we're in an advantageous position or we're strong enough, then they'll take the fight. They've got that option open to them at all times, though.
That is true. It's kind of a ridiculous question, I guess. Is Anti-Mage not going to farm when he's allowed to farm? It's like, obviously.
He is the fastest farming hero in the game. Well,
yep.
Battle Fury.
He's just going to town right now. He's sitting at 171 creep score.
And there's Rubik. Rubik said Aim's Blank. That is such a fun spell to steal as Rubik.
Especially when you can get like a blink telekinesis going. They're still chasing after him, and Fog might just chase right behind him, but I don't think he'll be able to catch him out there. So looks like they maybe want to go up top here. Oh, the Nake's Bomb coming in, snaking, looking for a pull, but everybody's backing off from KP right now.
Got no mana, and they don't have any vision up here, so the Fog's just gonna ward. If that ward doesn't get countered, that'll help them secure top tower and also mid tower. It's having that vision of potential rotations come out of Kaipi. Envy blinks right into Fog.
Oh, telekinesis. There it goes. There's the infest. The open wounds are going to be next, but there's going to be
armor.
A nice job with that living armor. And he
oh,
blinks
Fog, what are you doing?
now. Fog looking, but I don't think he can fight this. Meanwhile, Universe going to blink. No, excuse me. Universe chasing after E, who blinks down further into the jungle.
Yeah, they can't. But Fog blinking into him. If there wasn't an open wound slow, Envy could have just killed Fog there. Really easy. You have to be so careful as Rubik when you blink chase an anti-mage. If you don't have a lot of backup from your team, he could just turn and kill you.
Yeah, he was in, let's say, a precarious position. Fog was just like, well, wait a second. Meanwhile, down to the bottom lane, RTZ getting a kill on AUI 2000. I'm not sure what happened there. It looks like he hit his Ghost Ship. Yeah, very nice. Fiend's Grip, Ghost Ship, all that stuff.
If there's a Fiend's Grip and you miss Ghost Ship, you shouldn't be playing Kunkka.
Not play the game of Dota ever again, probably.
Well, I wouldn't say that. I would just say don't play Kunkka. That's just not your champion.
Champion.
Okay, I'm sorry,
guys.
Oh no.
Chat, feel free to unload on Beaters now. Just saying. I'm actually looking at chat right now. The puppy pause signals coming out after that last pause.
Cliff coming out from Dignitas to protect bottom tower. Envy was in the jungle farming, just blinks in, gets the last hit, and hey, look at that. He's really close to Manta right now, as Orchid is finished on Storm.
Right.
So that was like 3 minutes later after I said it. Both Orchid and pretty much Manta are up. Unless Envy decides to do something weird.
I mean, I'm not gonna... It could happen. It's Eternal Envy here. He could do whatever he wants to do right now, and he's got plenty for that Manta. Actually, does he? Manta costs...
5,000? I think.
Like that. Yeah, so maybe he'll get it in a moment. Fog gonna walk right by Eternal Envy. Nothing gonna happen there, but yeah. I mean, he actually had a DD rune up on snaking. He still has it. He's got that Orchid. He's got an infest going. He's looking for a pull, but look at Treant's positioning right now. He's sitting up in that high ground. Doesn't want to get caught out, but RTZ might not be so lucky. RTZ is actually with the Shadow Amulet here. Are you serious? Did Snaking not see that? RTZ? He's just sitting there. It's like, alright. They don't
what a
see
weird
me.
item Shadow Amulet is.
They don't see
You
me.
rarely see that used.
worked out for him, I
Dire's middle
guess.
tower
Double damage
is
is going to go. They're going to try to take this tower. Now
got the
it's time to
Manta.
fight. Manta's done, like you talked about, as this is getting pushed in here. What does
Aegis
Dignitas
is
want to
more
do?
minutes than sneaking. Dignitas wants to force the issue because they got 2 minutes on an Aegis.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Kaipi, they'll fight if they have to, but they don't really want to force the issue, per se. They're probably going to try to initiate on Aoi. But even look at Aoi's item build. He got Aquila, Magic Wand, Treads, Drum, and an Ogre Club. He's building early game HP so he can live.
Yes, and that's exactly what he's
Oh,
doing. Fog is on CB. CB trying to get out. There's the Infest. Flame Break as well. Overgrowth. Ghost Ship. Gonna miss the X marks. There's the Fiend Skirt getting canceled. As you can see, RTZ getting pulled in. Fiend Skirt stolen. RTZ in trouble. There goes the Aegis. And Void was used. Overgrowth fighting now. Manbo Togepi is down next. As you can see, 1-for-1. RTZ behind back. RTZ back in the game. He's gonna get telekinesis brought back. They want to keep fighting. Soul Assumption, not enough damage. EE going to town on Snaking right now. He doesn't have Mana Void again. He already used it. Living Armor's going. RTZ taking more damage. Where's Universe? Where was Universe in that fight? Oh, he's back. He got sent
Died,
back.
he bought back.
Oh, he bought back. Okay, he died. Okay. I was like, is there a disruptor in this game? No.
Sneaking screwed the pooch on that initiation.
He went a little
Big
too far,
time.
didn't he?
Like he went to the left and okay, I can draw the minimap. Yes. Okay, so Bat Rider's this big X. Sneaking ball lightnings over here for some reason. Bat Rider forces that direction, sneaking ball lightnings all the way up here
Yeah.
for no reason at all. And then Universe pops on its Fiend Script instantly.
Yeah.
That was
But
unfortunately for Envy also, the lasso came out onto what's his face? Universe? Universe had Rage Up for like another second and a half as Envy ulted a 0 mana Storm. So he wanted to just insta-give the Nags as well as get rid of that Aegis on Storm. Unfortunately, all he did was get rid of the Aegis, and that's what kind of like stalemated that fight.
But what was interesting to me, and I don't know if it got canceled or not, but it looked like that the Fiend Script ended early from the side of Come With Me.
It very well could have gotten like Orchided or something by
Yeah.
Storm.
Yeah.
Because, like I said, he screwed the pooch on that initiation.
But
that
Fog
was-
with a great steal. Fog steals that big spell, and that really helped out, I think. They got that kill on
Oh,
RTZ
yeah.
because
Fog
I think
blinking
he
in
ulted him.
Fog blinking initiating on Bat, that should have been a one fight Rax for Dignitas right there. That's how big picking off Bat Rider is, especially since I don't think he had buyback. He lived through the fight and got a lot of, or well, actually he might have had buyback. Never mind. But yeah, if like picking off a Bat Rider at the start of the fight, that is a one fight and at least one tower. If he doesn't have buyback, you can potentially break base.
Right.
Because of how crucial Bat Rider is for Kaipi. Because like I said, look at their lineup. They don't really have too much damage right now. Despite NTMH having Manta, it's great and all. It's not a lot of damage though.
Yeah, they're relying on very little AoE spells here. Tidebringer, Battle Fury,
It's, yeah.
Firefly. Well,
Another big thing. Okay, sneaking. I talked about him screwing the pooch on the initiation. I just mentioned it again. He did bring it back. After he rose the Aegis, he would have died if he mistimed the X. But he knew that Arteezy had 4 points in X, and he timed it properly, and he was able to ball lightning away from getting to like disjoint the X.
yeah,
So he did redeem himself a little bit.
a little bit. But that was an interesting
Yeah, Universe
initiation.
killed, and
Radiant's
Universe
middle
popped the
tower
buyback.
is under attack.
Which also important to note, buybacks are 6 minutes now.
Mm-hmm.
Next Roche fight, there's no buyback on Arteezy. There's no buyback on Universe. That's like kill it or go after Roche right when it spawns.
There's a smoke gank, by the way, coming out from Kaipi. They're looking in the opposing team jungle. They're not going to find anything except for AUI 2000, who's going to continually Shikuchi away, as he's got... That's such a low cooldown for that ability, and he'll be fine. He'll be able to get out just fine, unless he runs into EE, but in fact does. But
Then you can't go on him.
yeah, AUI 2000 is actually going to just turn around and do some right-click of his own to try to get rid of that living armor. Meanwhile, Smoke Gank of Dignitas' own, they have the Nakes inside of Snaking. They should know that everyone's down here right now. He was thinking about going high ground, and I think Snaking should have gone high ground. He might have been able to pick off one or two of those heroes. Maybe not. That would have been tough as everyone was around for KP. Up at the top lane right now, Way Too Sexy, going to get away from Eternal Envy, who's been pretty much... It's living armor on EE on cooldown is what it seems like this game. And I guess that's the way it should be.
Yeah. They just want to make sure he's safe. They didn't know where the Storm was, I'm guessing. Because like at Storm, he's smoked up still. They don't know where Storm is, they just want to make sure that he is safe. Even if he gets initiated on, he'll live through the Vortex, whatever the spell's called, from Storm.
Yeah.
Oh.
I just call it pull.
Like- Yeah, he's gonna live through the pull from Storm, even with Nags hitting him.
Oh, AUI
And he'll be able to
2000.
match off the
Fiend's
Orchid.
Grip, Ghost Ship. Can he get out with the time lapse in time of question? Yes, he does. And a Shikuchi. He'll be able to live, no problem. So nice try coming out from KP there, even with that sentry ward, but not enough. But yeah, I mean, I think right now with that living armor, Eternal Envy's definitely in a good position. He's going for a butterfly next. As you can see, he's got that talisman of evasion, or just a casual talisman of evasion. But right now, looking at the graphs, there's still a 2,000 experience lead going for KP, and there's also a 3,000 gold lead, but that's very minimal at this game. Especially with 13 kills for Dignitas. It should be maybe a little bit more, but at the same time, they need to take some towers as there's a bunch of tier 2s available. You can see Snake King Universe trying to take it, of course, and Snake King's going to come forward and just try to take care of this creep wave. Meanwhile, up in the trees is Pylai Die. They don't see him there. Looking at the items right now. Oh, meanwhile, looking to go on side of Come With Me. He's in control. There's the silence coming out. Lasso onto Snake King, so he can try to get pulled up to the high ground. Not going to happen. Come With Me is going to go down from way too sexy's kill there. He's going to take care of him. No problem on the side of EE. Universe trying to get out. He's X marks. You can see he doesn't have range. Doesn't have any mana. There's the overgrowth. Universe trying to arm the toggle. Not going to be enough. He'll go down. Double kill for Eternal Envy. And he's starting to carry right now. Eternal Envy getting scary here.
Yep, and Sneaking blew all of his mana at the very start of that to go in on a Bane, who didn't even have Fiend's Grip up.
And Snaking gets taken down as well.
Yep, he got chased down by Batrider. Batrider's just on his ass. He's got Boots of Travel up, he's got Blink Dagger, and he's got Force Staff. He just stayed on him with sticky slows and was able to finish him off.
And that was actually a huge experience gain for the side of KP. It's back to even now, 2,000 gold.
Oh yeah, and that's a free top tower. No backdoor protection. Envy knows that. He's in there, getting them buildings.
So by the way, let's look at the net worth chart real quick. 15,000. Next closest person, 8,000. So
welcome to Andy Mage.
Yeah, exactly.
Well, I shouldn't say that. I should say welcome to Andy Mage against a team that's grouping a 5-all game. When Dignitas chose to group as 5 that hard, they kind of put themselves on a little time window because they didn't get pressure on Anti-Mage. Anti-Mage hasn't been under pressure at all this entire game. He's just been able to freely farm and do what he does.
And that's not what you want, especially with Eternal Envy flying. And now he's going to try to go right on top of the Storm Spirit. He's going to ball lightning out, but Eternal Envy's not even really focusing on him. He's not really concerned. He's just like, yeah, whatever, I'm going to keep farming. See you later. Don't really care about you. He's got 3,800 gold.
Yeah, he's getting a butterfly next. He's going to save up for buyback. Envy's a smart carry. He's going to make sure that he has buyback. You know that the Talisman of Evasion was the most important thing for him to get first. So that's just more survivability from these Storm Nags ganks.
By the way, Clairvoyance has Boots of Travel here.
Yep.
He's just going to clear those trees down.
He's just flying over trying to look for a potential pickoff, and there it is.
Oh, there it is. Snaking definitely in some trouble right now. EE looking to go. Nice telekinesis from Fog. Snaking's going to ball lightning out. Wait 2 seconds for Soul Assumption on Clairvoyance. AUI 2000s here. Shifting damage is going to be enough to take down that Batrider. Legendary getting that kill. One coming out from the side of the AM as well as Bane trying to fight.
Oh!
EE does get that kill on Snaking with his Mana Void somehow. But now EE in some trouble. He's going to blink away. He's slowed. He might go down here. The infest damage might be enough. Blink onto the high ground. No, he's not going to blink onto the high ground. He's just going to blink forward.
Fuck!
And the living armor, he might be able to get away. He should get away. AUI 2000 continually chasing. Not going to happen, however. Not going to get that kill.
Dignitas is a little bit lucky there. Sneaking made the one mistake you never want to make as a Storm Spirit against an Anti-Mage. He used the last of his mana to ball lightning into AM on top of 2 of his teammates, and Fogged and Owie. Owie had lightning quick reflexes on time-lapsing that. It's almost like he expected Sneaking to try and throw the game.
Yeah.
Meanwhile, Fog just like backed it to the left. So that could have been really, really bad for Dignitas, but in the end they only lose Sneaking.
He expected Snaking to throw. Oh, goodness.
Meanwhile, Way 2 does have an Aghanim's up now. And, by the way, saving Sneaking at that tower from that gank, the first big thing was the bird stomp.
Oh, he's getting pulled right now. He's got the living armor. There's the silence going in as well, but the Manta style, he can blink out when he wants to. He's trying to man fight this right now. Butterfly's done, by the way. They're actually running away from Eternal Envy. This is interesting. Eternal Envy blink forward. The Mana Void, not enough damage, but here comes the lasso. Eternal Envy will pick that kill up. Blink forward onto Fog. Telekinesis, not enough.
Oh, that X!
The X marks. Fog is pulled all the way back. Universe is also down because, of course, that Fiend Scrub, a triple kill for Eternal Envy, who's all over the map. Unbelievable.
And now he's going top against Owie's bug.
Dire's
like,
top
alright,
tower is under
keep
attack.
farming now, guys.
Yeah. That's all he needs to do. He's actually letting his tower get beat up by these creeps, though. He's leaving 4 creeps behind.
That was smart for them to run. They realized they couldn't. At first, I was kind of like making fun of them to a certain extent, but they
Dire's top
needed a
tower
run there.
is
He
under
came. He
attack.
was like, "All right, here comes my team. We're gonna win this fight."
That was a
Hey.
huge X from Arteezy too. That was a double blink away from Rubik. He saw Fog steal the blink from Anti-Mage, and immediately X'd him as he saw that steal. Fog didn't see the X. He uses his Anti-Mage blink, then his regular blink dagger comes up. He pops that too, and then he has no way to get out when he gets pulled back in because of that.
And he got brought back so far, and then of course on top, it seemed like in this fight it looked like, you know, they had gotten the kill over here on Fog, and then he went over here to get the kill, I believe it was on Way Too Sexy, and then he came back down here to get another kill on, I think it might have been Snake King. So he like blinked all over the place, and he's going to pick up the Basher as well. Roshan is in fact up.
Smart choice.
Yeah.
Smart choice. He's probably going to get Abyssal Blade and BKB as his last two. He might go hard.
So Snake King in some trouble right now. Arteezy up in the air with that telekinesis. Snake King get a ball lightning out. He should be okay, but there's the X marks on the Fog. Fog gonna hit it with the ghost ship. Yes, it does hit. That radius just enough. Now Arteezy getting pulled in. Fog's still alive. The urn on him. The flame break should be enough damage. Absolutely will be. They will in fact take Snake King and Fog down. Very nice plays from KP. Clairvoyance is gonna TP to the bottom tower looking for AUI 2000. He already used his lasso. Mask of Madness up in the Bat Rider again. Now EE's here as well, but AUI 2000's out of there.
About the Mask of Madness, once again, so people don't think it's a troll item, click on him right now. 506 movement speed with Mask of Madness active and Boots of Travel. Plus Force Staff. You can pull people so far with that. It seems like a troll item, but it's actually really good as long as you don't instantly get disabled after you lasso someone. If you're able to get that Force Staff off and get some distance from the enemy team's supports, or, well, I guess just the Rubik and the Storm Spirit, so they can't disable you, you're gonna make the most out of that Mask of Madness and get them super far away and isolated. Meanwhile, Envy's got a free Aegis now.
Yep. He needs to make one.
Roshan has fallen
He's not
to
even
the
taking
dark.
it.
Clairvoyance wants it. He's gonna sell his GG branch. Yep.
I'm really surprised that he feels confident that he's not gonna die with tree armor, I suppose, and also boat buff. You can't underestimate that boat buff.
Yeah.
Plus they have a Blads on Kunkka now for Anti-Mage, which is super useful. But I'm just surprised that he wouldn't take it regardless, because he doesn't have buyback right now.
Universe getting initiated on. There's going to be, of course, a lasso. Meanwhile, on the backside, coming onto somebody. He gets the kill, of course, on Snake. He does Arteezy. There's the boat. Onto AY 2000. He's going to time-lapse right now. May it be enough. Boat still one coming in from Fog right now. Hitting Arteezy. There's the overgrowth. Damage going. A lot of that damage being buffered from that boat, as you can see. Meanwhile, Way Too Sexy goes up. He's going to get out. It's best damage. Enough for a kill on Kunkka, but meanwhile, EE's going to turn right around. Pick off Fog. Double kill for EE right now. Aegis is going to go triple kill for EE. 2-1, an excellent series.
Radiant's
and
courier
then
has been killed. Radiant's middle tower has fallen.
Like,
Middle tower
I'm not
is
gonna
under
give
attack.
all the props to Anti-Mage. It's easiest to play Anti-Mage in this type of strategy, because all you need is map awareness and the ability to dodge other team's ganks, which he did perfectly. So props to him on that. The bigger factor was his team. The supporting cast of Pylai Die, Come With Me, Clairvoyance on Bat especially, and to an extent Arteezy, who kinda screwed up a lot in early game. But he got his feet under him, and he performed well on Kunkka throughout the game. Those four did a good job of ganking around the map and stalling the game out until Anti-Mage got big enough to just crush through Dignitas.
Radiant's middle
So they
tower
played this
is
4
under
Protect
attack.
1 brilliantly, and that's why they won the game.
Absolutely. And they're going to go ahead and wall dive right now and just pick up some kills as you can see beyond Godlike. There's going to be a perfect grip on Foggy. He's going to get a double kill, triple kill. Looking for the ultra kill on Universe.
Get some items for the viewers on Dota TV. Wait, there are
That's
none.
right, exactly. Universe, ultra kill for Eternal Envy to end the game.
And
That's
Envy
gonna
bought
be
a
it.
second Bloods. That's hilarious. He just wanted one to help him fountain dive better.
Radiant's bottom tower is under
And
attack.
now we're going to go ahead and end this battle. What? That didn't work.
Don't use the command, just let them kill the throne.
They used the command, but it didn't work. No.
No, Envy's trying to maximize his GPM, since Dignitas is saying. That's always entertaining. He's probably gonna get up to around
Radiant's bottom
1,000.
tower is
He's
under
ridiculously
attack.
Right
farmed.
now.
Radiant's
He's at
bottom
7. He's
tower
almost at
has
800
fallen.
right now. So.
Oh, okay, so he's gonna get up to like 900 if you take all
yeah.
the building.
He's gonna take this tier 3, go for the
Radiant's
racks.
middle tower is under attack.
1,000 was a little bit of an overstatement. My bad.
No, I mean 900 is pretty close to 1,000. He also buys the rapier, by the way.
Radiant's
You also
There's
have to
the
keep in
tower.
mind, this was a 17.5-minute Battle Fury. His Battle Fury was slower than expected this game. Because of that early death that he had, and also buying shreds first. And he still was able to pull this off, yeah. He just... The entirety of Kaipi played really well.
He missed a well.
Right to the birds.
He missed a well. Oh, here comes the side of snaking. Silence. Who's controlling this? Fog controlling everybody again, showing off his StarCraft skills right now with his micro. Way too sexy. He's going to get focused next. AUI 2000 coming out as well. He's going to call the side of Fury right now. They're actually going on here. Double kill for the side of the HVH. That puts him up to 857. AUI 2000, of course. Going to go down. Triple kill for him. And I really wish I could end the game right now. But unfortunately, the command doesn't seem to be working, as you guys just saw. But that's alright. Game's over. Really well played coming out from KP. I want everybody to stick around, however, because I do believe that we got EG facing off against Tryhard Dota. He's going to be playing that game, right?
And I actually should probably go join my team's Skype call. So I'd like to give a thanks to my sponsors: RaidCall, Monster Energy, Kingston HyperX, Razor, Astro, Intel, and England. And also thank you for having me on. This was fun.
A lot of fun. Thanks for joining me, Dignitas. Really appreciate it. Alright, guys.
Toodles.
Excellent match. Adios, Dignitas. We're going to jump into a break real quick, get the next game ready. It is, of course, going to be EG versus the side of THG, aka Tryhard Dota, not Twin-Headed Dragon. But thank you so much for joining us, guys. I want to give some shout-outs. Shout out to the National ESL admins. Check out nationalesl.com, Need for Seat, as well as RaidCall. Please, 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 if you enjoyed my casting, if you enjoyed Beatas' casting, check out Beatas on twitter.com/BeatasDota. Check out twitter.com/MautDota2 for me. I'll post that in chat. And, yeah, we're going to jump into the next game. Thanks for joining us, guys. We'll be right back.